Good morning, student. I, Dr. Fanibhushan Sharma, taken my remedial class number 10th and a very important topic, shunt compensation in transmission line for high voltage or extra high voltage. What is the shunt compensation and why it is important? In shunt compensation, facts are connected in parallel with the power system transmission line. It works as a controllable current source. A reactive current is injected into the line to maintain constant voltage magnitude by varying shunt impedance. Therefore, the transmittable active power is increased but at the expense of increasing the reactive power demand. There are two methods for shunt compensation. We are discussing only main methods. Shunt capacitive compensation. In this method, we use to improve the power factor. Whenever an inductive load is connected to the transmission line, power factor lags because of lagging load. Or to compensate it, a shunt capacitor is connected which draw current leading to the source voltage. The net result is to improve in power factor. Second one, we are normally using shunt inductive compensation. In the transmission line, causes voltage amplification due to Ferranti effect or so many effects. The receiving end voltage may become sometimes double at the sending end voltage. Generally, in case of very long transmission line or very light load line, to compensate this, a shunt inductor are connected across the transmission line. Now we are again comes on shunt capacitor. Shunt capacitor supply reactive power and boost the voltage capacitor are used throughout the system and applied a wide range of size. Shunt capacitor are installed near the load terminals in factory substation. Most of the industrial load like induction motor, welding, sets, furnace, etc. draw inductive current of poor power factor. Normally we are taken 0.6 to 0.67. This is the diagram of shunt capacitor in a transmission line. The total kVA loading of substation therefore more a current reduced. Thereby, I is proportionate to the drop of the line reduced and the voltage regulation is improved. Capacitor is connected either to a bus bar or through a tertiary winding of the main transformer. Shunt capacitors are also used in distribution system for the power factor correction. But here we are discussing on the transmission point for the voltage control or to maintain the voltage profile. The aim of power factor correction to provide reactive power close to the rather than supply it from remote source. Shunt capacitors are normally used as heavy loading condition. And what is the shunt reactor? Shunt reactor are used to compensate for the effect of the line capacitance, particularly to limit voltage rise on open circuit or light load. Shunt reactors are provided sending end and receiving end of long EHV and UHV transmission line. A shorter overhead line may also require shunt reactors. If the line is supplied from a weak system, a light load or no load due to Ferranti effect, coil connected to brushes without any circuit breaker for switching, the shunt reactors are used across capacitor load to again maintain the voltage profile in proper way. This is the diagram of shunt reactor insert in the transmission line. Now we are comes on series capacitor. In order to meet the high demand for power transmission capacity, it is desired to install series capacitor on power transmission line. Series capacitor are connected in series with the transmission line to compensate for the inductive load reactance line. This allows the impedance of the line to be lowered to increase transmission capability. It also reduces the effective reactive power. The series capacitor makes sense because it is simple and could be installed for 15 to 13% of the line cost of installing a new line, and it can provide the benefit like that. It can increase the system stability, reduce system loss, better voltage regulation, Better voltage regulation means to maintain good voltage profile. Economic saving. During heavy load, the voltage drop in series inductive reactance of transmission line is compensated by the series capacitor. This is the diagram for use of series capacitor. Usually 40 to 60% of axle is compensated by the series capacitor. Also, the series capacitor are not usually installed for voltage control. As such, they do contribute to improve voltage control and reactive power balance. Series capacitors are normally used in long extra high voltage transmission line. They have been primarily used to improve system stability and to obtain the desired load division among others. Another device is tap changing transformer. The main job of transformer is to transfer electric energy from one voltage level to another. The tap changing transformer is one of the important methods of voltage control. It can be used for controlling voltage at all levels. Tap changing affects the distribution of bars and may therefore be used to control the flow of reactive power. During light load condition, it is usually required to lower the network voltage to reduce the line charging. The tapping may be placed either on primary side or on secondary side. Types of tap changing transformer are off-load tap changing transformer, on-load tap changing transformer. Here we have to discuss on-load tap changing transformer or off-load tap changing transformer. In off-load tap changing transformer, which requires the disconnect of the transformer when the tap changing setting is to do transformer. While in this is the diagram for off-load tap changing transformer, and this is the on-load tap changing transformer. OLTC, on-load tap changing transformer, is employed for changing in the turn ratio of the transformer to regulate the system voltage. The on-load tap changing transformer is using such type in transmission line. Thank you very much. Now it is very clear how to control the voltage in transmission line, what is the shunt capacitance, what is the tap changing transformer. Thank you very much.